Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, June 30th, 2020. What a year. What a first half of 2020. Total kind of throwaway year, which is suitable for me so far. I don't think many people would choose to do the first half of 2020 again, and God knows what the second half has in store for us. I know there was some, something came down with DeeDubs last night, and I'm recording this pretty early in the morning. I'll get caught up with that, but the gist I got is, unhappiness on YouTube, and I get that. I'll have some thoughts on that at the end. But what camera did I buy? Today I'm shooting with the GoPro Hero 7 in 1080p and 30 frames per second in linear mode, which means it doesn't have the super wide angle on it. I always have some people ask me, what did you shoot that in on your phone, or what is that, just to let you know. I haven't shot a video with this in a long time. It's kind of another throwback day. But what camera did I end up buying? That's the $64,000 question. And after a lot of research and a lot of back and forth, a lot of getting things in checkout carts on Amazon, B&H Photo and Adorama, and then crossing it out, empty the cart, I finally made a decision and pushed the order button yesterday. There were several constraints that were important to me. First thing is being a traveler and being on YouTube. I am not a professional cinematographer, videographer by any stretch of the imagination, and to do a really first-class job on that entails hauling a lot of equipment around. And I had to really think, what's my focus on, what is my focus on YouTube? And my focus on YouTube is, as it is since day one, to share my life on here, and to do more of a vlog style of presentation here. A little bit of walking, incorporate a little bit of music, a little bit of once in a while cinematic things. So I had to decide if it was worth carrying around a big DSLR camera with a lot of expensive lenses. I tried to visualize myself doing walk and talks like I'm doing now, and thinking to myself, is that really gonna be, am I gonna really be able to carry a 5-pound setup at the end of my arm? And is it going to be cumbersome to travel with? And at the end of the day, I had to decide that wasn't worth it. But I wanted great quality. I wanted a good fast lens. I wanted a camera that could shoot 4K, 30 frames per second, because when you shoot 4K, you can crop in 2 times, sometimes 3 times, and still have a lot of detail in that image. So 4K was important to me in 30 frames per second. So I finally decided the one I'd been looking at for a while and went back and forth. The new Sony ZV-1. It's got all kinds of cool features. I'm not going to get into that. It's got the product showcase. If you're holding something up in your hand and you want to show people, the camera will focus on that in front of your face there. Give you a nice blurred background. It's got a fast lens, f1.8 for capturing nights. That's critical to me because some of the best video comes out at night. Some of the best colors, some of the best street life. And it's something I've always enjoyed capturing, is the night side of places, and it's very compact. Got decent stabilization. Although I will throw that on a gimbal for ultra smooth. It's got great sound. It's got a Tina Turner wind muff on top of it that sits on there. Looks like fur, but it's got outstanding sound. The image quality is good. It's not the best for vlogging because it puts your face right up in there, but there's some ways to get around that to have a wider angle on it. Everything in life is trade-offs. So the Sony ZV-1 is the one that I ultimately chose, and I think I'm going to be really happy with that. Now on to D. I wasn't around last night. I get up very early, around 4:30, 5 a.m. in the morning, so by about 11 o'clock I'm just in bed looking at videos and old movies and TV shows, so I'm not really aware of what goes on, but I do know that he talked about leaving YouTube, and a couple years ago I did a video called The Pursuit of Happiness, and YouTube is not for everybody. There's a price you pay when people are tearing into your life, and I've certainly been down that road. My family went through hell. There's two guys in federal court now that I helped to bring some justice because they consider themselves some type of advocates for social justice, and some people take it a lot too far. And the funny thing is, when their lives are finally exposed, they've often done some of the most horrendous felonies and all kinds of stuff, and yet they're there to throw stones, to tell you how you should relate to your family, what your responsibilities. It's not their business. But unfortunately people make it the business. There's my buddies there. And that's just a fact of life of YouTube, and especially it's gotten much worse over the last few years as the cost of living has gone up and people haven't been able to afford Netflix and the HBOs and the other channels. People have discovered that YouTube is free, and it's drawn more and more people across the cross sections of society, and sadly more and more of them are have issues and medication issues and severe emotional problems, and they bring a lot of that to YouTube because it is free. So it's become a much harsher platform than it was back in 2013 and 2014. That's for darn sure. I'm gonna pop my mask up for a minute. It's a nice day today. Morning.
Morning.
So I mentioned all this to say, you know, whatever Dee decides to do, I know a lot of times alcohol is not the best thing to help make decisions, and it's not the best thing for behaviors either. That's certainly been demonstrated to me over the years. So I don't really know what the light of day will bring. I do know several facts that will always stand. Number one, he's been an outstanding friend to me and been helpful in so many ways. Been protective, of good humor, and good spirits, and that's awesome. People like that in real life, you treasure people like that. And number two, I know he cares a lot about the people in his life and communicates with them on a daily basis. But can't always convey that on YouTube, but it's the realities of it. So I'm supportive of whatever he decides to do in the future. Obviously, I hope he continues with YouTube. I think it's a great platform. Yeah, you have to roll through a lot of stuff and a lot of hatred once in a while. But surviving is its own reward. And, you know, with the changes that I made last year, I was able to put a lot more fun back into YouTube and get away from a lot of the drama. Because there's no basis to build anything really good on YouTube off of that. Only sharing your life and putting quality content out, that's what really gets it for me, and it gets it for YouTube too. So we'll see what happens. In the meantime, have a great Tuesday, everybody, and I hope you enjoyed the GoPro Hero 7 experience today. Hit the thumbs up box down below if you don't mind. Love you guys, and have a wonderful Tuesday.